Well, think back. Do you remember where you were 25 years ago today? It's been a quarter of a century since the H.L. Hunley was raised from the bottom of Charleston Harbor, a silent time capsule of the Civil War and the 8 men who perished aboard the world's first successful combat submarine. But long before it was lifted from the deep, it was, of course, discovered.
And not by a team of well-funded researchers or a government agency, but rather by a young man with a dream, a compass, and a dive mask. Live 5's Justin Kollar brings us the story.
The H.L. Hunley now rests in this conservation tank behind me here at the Warren Lash Conservation Center in North Charleston, where work continues to preserve it for future generations. And while this ship sat in silence for over a century, the folks who helped find it still have plenty to say on discovery, determination, and diving deep into the unknown.
The Hunley has broken the surface.
It was pure dumbass luck and serendipity that it was the Hunley.
Dr. E. Lee Spence was just a teenager when he first set his sights on the H.L. Hunley.
I actually started researching the Hunley before I had moved here. I didn't move here until I was in high school.
But his obsession with shipwrecks didn't come from textbooks. It came from his dad.
My father taught his kids to face danger and to make decisions quickly. He had done lots of dangerous things, and he loved history.
While living overseas in Vietnam in the 1950s, Spence's dad gave him Treasure Island, a book that served not only as entertainment, it engulfed him and sparked a fire.
My dad told me that story. He told me many other stories about heroism. He was a very heroic person himself.
That sense of heroism and sticking with something no matter the cost served Spence through murky dives, bureaucratic red tape, and decades of disputes over credit.
It took years out of my life. I wish I had never found it.
Clive Cussler, who died in 2020, received much of the credit for the Hunley after finding, funding, and excavating the underwater site in 1995. But Spence says his discovery years prior made it all possible.
I found it in 1970. It was put on the National Register of Historic Places based on my discovery.
Diving in his underwear with no wetsuit and no GPS, armed only with a compass, a crab trap, and a sinking suspicion.
And it was late October. Yeah.
It was cold. Wow.
Oh yeah, cold as a brass toilet seat. So I go down and I follow the line down, and when I get down to the bottom, the trap is sitting cocked over on what looks like a shallow ledge. All of a sudden, I realized what it was, and I went swimming to the surface, screaming underwater repeatedly, "I found the Hunley, I found the Hunley."
Michael Scafuri tends to the Hunley today. He says he's thankful to everyone involved in bringing this ship back to shore, but doesn't dwell on the details of discovery.
To me, it doesn't matter who found it. What's really important to me is understanding the story and trying to work on what we have.
And what they have is a discovery that changed our understanding of American history, regardless of who found it first.
My interest is studying Hunley and what we can learn from it and trying to tell the story, trying to understand this historic event. And that's what I'm focused on. Not so much who's the first person to see it.
Whoever saw it first helped countless others see it here. Undeniably thanks in part to a kid who read Treasure Island and believed maybe he could find some of his own.
It was a piece of history, and I wanted to be remembered for discovering it.
But for Spence, looking back at his discovery, the real treasure is truth, honoring the past and legacy.
I am very, very glad the Hunley has been raised, and I'm very glad that the people have been buried with their comrades, and their descendants, if we're able to locate them, will have that. I think that's wonderful.
His life led to this.
The Hunley has returned. The Hunley is coming home.
A heroic homecoming he says his dad would be proud of.
I had a lot of ancestors who fought in the War of Northern Aggression. My father taught me never to give up, and what I tell people over and over is follow your dream.
For more on how you can see the Hunley for yourself, be sure to visit our website, live5news.com. Reporting in North Charleston, I'm Justin Kollar.